Hello guys, my name is Balakrishna Srivastav and welcome to Code with PK. So in this video, we solved question 8 of 2023 ISC Computer Science Specimen paper, which is to create a class Encrypt. So before we begin, it is a request to please subscribe to my channel, because out of 100 viewers, only 1 or 2 are subscribed, and a subscription is very important. So please subscribe to my channel. So let's begin. So this is the question that we have to complete, and whenever I'm solving ISC Computer Science board questions, I always recommend that you read the question carefully from the first letter to the last letter. So take a minute and read it completely. So there is an encryption happening here, that you are replacing the vowel with the next vowel. So you're placing A with E with I with O with U, and U with A. So I'm going to write this class encrypt first, and then I'm going to write the name. Okay, class encrypt. Okay, alright, and keeping the name of the class exactly the same as mentioned. Alright, so data members are word, len, and new word. So private string wrd, not word. Okay, keeping the name of this data member exactly the same. Private int len, private string new wrd. Okay, so this is to store a word, this is to store the length of the word, and this is to store the new word, which is the encrypted word. Okay, then we have the constructor. So this is going to be public. Okay, encrypt. All right, all data members are private, and all the member methods and the constructor is going to be public. Does not take any arguments. Default constructor to initialize data members with legal initial values. So word is set to blank, len is set to 0, and new word is set to blank. Okay, and when they say legal initial value, is basically assigning them to any possible legal initial value. Even if you set this to 100, this is okay, because 100 is a legal integer. Okay, it just has to be an integer, but by convention we initialize integer members to 0. Okay, and even if you set this to say something blank like this, it works. Okay, because this is a string, and setting strings to blank is very important, because if you don't do this and you don't do this, okay, string is a non-primitive type, so it will be null. All right, so we want this to be blanks. Okay, so our constructor is done. Moving on, I have to accept a word in uppercase. So public void accept word. Okay, the name of the function accept word. All right, to accept a word, so we have to take input from the user. So you can use scanner class object, or a data input stream class object, or maybe a buffer reader class object. All right, I'm going to use scanner. So I'm going to say import java.util.scanner, and then create a scanner object. Scanner equal to new scanner system.in. So you have to accept a word. So I'm going to print a prompt message as well. Dot print enter a word in upper case. And this code is not a part of the requirement. It does not mention here that you have to print a prompt message. You just have to accept a word in uppercase. Okay, so you say wrd is scanner dot next line. Okay, and there is one more thing that I would do here, is calculate length. Even though you can get the length of the string in Java using something like this. Okay, but since they have given you a separate data member to store the length of the word, so I am going to find the length of the word here itself. Okay, all right, because word won't change, because the new encrypted word is going to go in this data member new word. Okay, so my accept word is done as well. Moving on to the next method, which is finds the frequency of the vowels and consonants of the word and displays with an appropriate message. So public void, public because this is a member method, freqvowcon. So freqvowcon. Okay, the name of the method is correct. Find the frequency of the vowels and consonants in the word and displays them with an appropriate message. Okay, and I have already written a separate video dedicated to how to find number of vowels and consonants in a string. Okay, I will add the link of the video in the description, because there are multiple ways you can check if a single character is a vowel or not. And you might not believe me, but this was one of the questions that was asked in my Google interview back in 2015 when I was applying for an internship position. All he did was ask me to check if a character is a vowel or not, and he wanted to check if I can solve the problem at least 3-4 different ways. Getting back to the solution, so I'll start with the variable in num vowels equal to 0, in num consonants is equal to 0. Okay, again, naming the variables for the purpose they are meant, you can say NV, but this does not make a lot of sense. Okay, or NC. So you would want to name the variables always for the purpose they are meant, because when the examiner reads the code, it is easier for him. Okay, so to count the vowels and consonants, we iterate the string I equal to 0, I is less than length I plus plus. You can obviously use wrd.length, but we have the separate data member, so I'm going to use this. I will get the character at ith index in this variable ch wrd.char@. Okay, so if this character is a vowel, I increment num vowels by 1. If this character is a consonant, I increment none consonants by 1. Okay, so how to check for a vowel? You can do it in multiple ways. I am going to use index of. So I'm going to say string vowels is a, e, I, o, u. Okay, and I could take this as well, the lowercase as well, but the requirements say that you have to accept a word in uppercase, so it is assumed that the input word is going to be in uppercase. So ch is a vowel if it is one of these. So if vowels dot index of ch is not equal to -1. So index of is a method defined in the string class that basically accepts a character and checks if this character is present within this string or not. If this character is found in the string, it returns the first index where this character is found. If this character is not found in the string, it returns -1. So if the return value is not -1, it means ch is within this string. It means ch is one of these. It means ch is a vowel. So I do now vowels plus plus. Okay. So I have checked if the single character is a vowel or not here. Now I have to check if the ch is a consonant or not. So I can say if equal to -1, you can think like this, that if this character is not a vowel, then it is a consonant. But this is not entirely correct, because you might get a special character or a digit or a white space for which this condition might be true, and you would be incrementing your num consonants. Okay, so you need this condition, but with this you also need if character dot is letter ch and. Okay, so you have to ensure this ch is a letter. Okay, it is between a to z, and then you can check if it is not within the vowels. So if it is a letter and not a vowel, it means it is a consonant. Okay, and this is a starting method defined in the character class in Java. All right, that takes basically a single character, returns true if this is a letter or not. Okay, there is another way you can check if ch is a letter or not. I'll show you that at the end of the code. Okay, so I've counted my vowels, consonants. I finally print them. So I say system.out.println number of vowels in. I will add a single quote to enclose the wrd word. Okay, plus num vowels. Okay, and similarly number of consonants in is num consonants. Okay, so my freqvowcon is done. Moving on, I have to complete this void next vowel. So public, because this is a member method, void next vowel. Okay, okay. Oh, in this case, this v is uppercase. Okay, so you have to be careful when you name the methods. Okay, make it exactly the same as mentioned in the question. Okay, replace the vowels from the word stored in word by the next corresponding vowel and assign to new word with the remaining alphabets unchanged. So basically, you have to change all the vowels from word to next vowel and store a new word. So you can do new word is blank. You do this, you don't do this, you would not lose marks if you have said new word to blank here. Okay, so I am not going to do this again. Alright, so I iterate my word string again. I get the ith character. Again, I use this string vowels to check if this ch is a vowel or not. Okay, so if this ch is a vowel, okay, I have to find the next vowel, else I attach this ch to new word as it is. Okay, so how do I get my next vowel? So index of will return the index where this vowel is. So suppose it returns 0. Okay, so I have to replace a with e with I with o with u, and u with a, if you check here. Okay, so if index of returns 0, the vowel that I need to replace a is at index 1. Okay, alright. If my index of for this vowel returns E, which is index 1, so this E has to be replaced with I, which is at index 2. Alright. So basically I have to replace this vowel CH with the vowel at the next index. So I say int index is vowel dot index of CH, find which at which index this vowel is, int next index is index plus 1. Okay. Now there is one more thing here, is if CH is uppercase U, index of return 4. You get next index as 4 plus 1, 5. So 5 goes out of bounds for this string. Okay. So for U, you have to get A. So you keep within the bounds, okay, by percent vowels dot length or simply percent 5. Okay. Then you get next vowel is the character at this index. So vowels dot char at next index, and then you add this next vowel to new word. Okay. All right. So your next vowel method is done now. Moving on, we have the display method, public void disp, public void disp. The name of the function is disp, not display, keeping that the same. Displays original and encrypted word. So I say system.out.println original word, okay, plus wrd. Okay. Then I call this next vowel method so that I can create the encrypted word, and then I print the encrypted word, which is new word. Okay. So my disp is done as well. Finally, writing the main, so I say public static void main string args. Okay. And you can create a main in this very same class, okay, class encrypt, or into a separate class, okay, and you can name this class anything, okay, question 8 maybe. All right. So creating an encrypt object, encrypt equal to new encrypt. Okay. Constructor does not take any arguments, right? No. Okay. Calling the encrypt dot accept word first, which is this. Okay. All right. Then calling freqvowcon to display number of vowels and consonants, freqvowcon. Okay. And freqvowcon is independent, right? It just counts the number of vowels and consonants. And then finally display encrypt dot disp. Okay. Not calling this next vowel because display calls next vowel. So my main is done as well now. Okay. Compiling this, works, running this. So I say computer. So I get comparter, which is what I need. Okay, number of vowels is 3, O, U, E. Number of consonants is C, M, P, T, R. Alright, running this again, I'll say code with BK. So number of vowels is O, E, and I. Okay, and then rest is the consonants. So O replaces with U, E with I with O. Alright, running this for one final case, I'll say Java. So Java. Okay, so this was the solution to this problem. Now there are a couple of things that I'm going to share here is multiple ways to check for vowels. Okay, so you could have used an if else case, you could have used a switch. Okay, but this is the most convenient way because we are using the same method, reusing the same method here again. I've added a separate video dedicated to this on how to check if a single character is a vowel or consonant using multiple ways. Okay, you can check that video out. I will add the link of the video in the description. Then you can check if the character is letter using this as well, and ch is less than equal to c. Okay, using the ASCII values, if it is between uppercase A and uppercase Z, it is an uppercase letter. Okay, so if I replace this with switch case, okay, it would be switch, I add ch for case uppercase A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. For all these cases, I do now vowels plus plus. Now, this will not work because we are not using the string vowel. So I'll say boolean is vowel is false. Okay, and this is vowel is set true here. Okay, and I will replace this by not is vowel. Okay, so if this character is uppercase letter and not is vowel, increment number consonants by 1. Compile, check computer comparter, again check code with BK, O with U, E with I with O, again Java, okay, no worries. So this was the solution to this problem, and I hope this was helpful, and I've already solved this problem in Hindi as well. You can check that video on my Hindi channel, and I will add the link of the video in the description as well, and I will add the link of the code in the description as well. Okay, so let me know in the comments if there was something which was not clear to you in this video, and if there was something that you did not like about this video, please just don't press the dislike button. Please also let me know in the comments what was it that you did not like about this video, so that I can improve in my further videos. And you can always let me know in the comments if there is a question you want to solve, or if there is a concept you want to discuss. Thank you.